Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that the secret to lasting longer, feeling stronger, and taking full control of your body isn't found in a pill, a spray, or a quick fix, but in something you already have within you? What if, before you even begin, there's one simple thing you can apply, not just on your skin, but in your mind, that completely transforms your stamina, your focus, and your confidence? Today, you're about to discover a truth most men never hear. Because lasting longer isn't about control over pleasure. It's about mastering the energy that creates it. And as you begin to live in that awareness, you'll start to notice subtle changes that ripple through your entire being. Your sleep improves because your body no longer holds tension in secret. Your energy feels steadier, your mind more focused, your emotions calmer. You start moving through your days with a quiet confidence that others can sense without you ever needing to say a word. That's the natural result of balance. When your inner energy flows freely, your outer world begins to reflect that peace, and every act of mindfulness, every moment you slow down to connect, becomes a form of training. You're no longer reacting to life, you're guiding it. You're shaping your energy, refining your responses, and building an unshakable foundation of control. It's in that stillness, that discipline, where strength is born. The man who learns to command himself doesn't just perform better in intimacy. He excels in every challenge, because he's learned to listen to his body before the world demands a reaction from it. And so many men chase quick results, thinking a single supplement, cream, or secret formula will give them the mastery they seek. But mastery never comes from shortcuts. It comes from presence, from commitment, from the willingness to grow through awareness rather than escape through impulse. The body responds to consistency. Every time you approach with patience and respect, it rewires itself to sustain you longer, stronger, deeper. That's real transformation, and imagine each session not as repetition but as evolution. You're teaching yourself the art of calm endurance, the kind that translates into confidence in every room you walk into. You begin to trust your instincts, to sense what your body needs, to respond with clarity rather than haste. That's how lasting longer stops being a struggle and becomes a natural expression of self-mastery. Because you've learned to lead with balance, not pressure. And that is where true power begins. And as that sense of balance deepens, you start realizing that what you've been building isn't just control, it's presence. It's a way of inhabiting your body fully, without rushing toward an outcome or escaping from a feeling. You begin to experience every movement, every breath, every heartbeat as part of a rhythm that belongs entirely to you. This is the moment when the noise of doubt fades and a quiet strength takes its place. That strength doesn't shout, it doesn't need to prove anything, it simply exists, grounded, calm, undeniable. And you start recognizing that this new awareness doesn't end in the bedroom. It seeps into the smallest corners of your life. You approach challenges with composure instead of panic. You communicate more clearly because your mind is no longer clouded by insecurity or urgency. You begin to respect time, not just the time you spend in intimacy, but the time you spend growing, healing, becoming. The same patience that helps you last longer becomes the patience that helps you succeed in every pursuit. And there's a deep beauty in discovering that the more you honor your body, the more your body honors you back. When you give it attention, rest, nourishment, and care, it rewards you with vitality and longevity. It's a partnership, one built not on control through force, but on control through understanding. Each mindful moment is a reminder that strength and sensitivity are not opposites, they are allies. True endurance is not stiffness, it's flexibility. It's knowing when to hold and when to release, when to push and when to breathe. And the more you practice this harmony, the more natural it becomes. You don't think about control anymore, it simply exists within you. You've trained your body to trust you, and in return, it gives you exactly what you once thought was impossible. Effortless mastery born from peace, patience, and pure awareness. And once that effortless mastery becomes part of you, something deeper awakens, a quiet understanding that control is not about resistance, but rhythm. It's not about holding back, it's about moving with awareness, feeling the natural flow of energy and knowing how to guide it. You begin to understand your body's language in a way you never did before. Every heartbeat becomes a signal, every breath a reminder that your strength comes from harmony, not tension. You no longer chase the experience, you shape it, mold it, direct it with calm precision. That's when confidence stops being an act and becomes your nature, and you start to walk differently, grounded, relaxed, present. People notice the change in your energy even before you speak. They see the steadiness in your posture, the composure in your eyes, the peace that radiates from someone who knows himself. It's not arrogance, it's assurance. Because when you learn to master your body, you learn to master your reactions, your emotions, and your decisions. You stop being tossed around by impulses and start choosing how you want to feel, how you want to respond, and how you want to live. And the practice that began as a simple exercise of patience transforms into a lifelong discipline. You discover that your energy, when controlled and channeled, becomes power, not just physical power, but creative power, mental clarity, emotional stability. You realize that your body holds immense potential, and you've only begun to tap into it. With every session of awareness, with every mindful breath, you're refining that potential, unlocking levels of strength that no supplement or shortcut could ever give you. And in that awareness, you find peace. Not the peace that comes from stillness alone, but the kind that comes from mastery, from knowing that every pulse of energy within you is something you can understand, respect, and direct with purpose. And as that purpose grows within you, you begin to realize that this entire journey has never been just about physical endurance. It's been about awakening your inner awareness. You start to see how your thoughts influence your sensations, how your emotions shape your rhythm, how your mindset determines the depth of your control. You're no longer just participating in a physical act, you're engaging in a dialogue between body and mind, one that deepens each time you listen closely. That awareness makes you more than just a man seeking improvement. It makes you a man who understands his own nature. And you notice that every small act of discipline, every breath you control, every pause you honor, builds resilience. The same patience that keeps you calm in moments of intensity becomes the patience that carries you through life's storms. You start meeting challenges not with frustration but with focus. The same awareness that keeps you in control of your body keeps you in control of your reactions, your thoughts, your words. You move through life differently, no longer reacting to every demand, but choosing how to respond with balance and purpose. And this is the deeper lesson, that mastery over one part of yourself leads to mastery over all of yourself. When you learn to direct your energy rather than be consumed by it, you begin to shape your own destiny. Your body becomes an ally in your growth, not a mystery you struggle to manage. You discover that true strength lies in gentleness. That true control lies in surrendering to awareness, and that real confidence is born not from dominance but from understanding. And in that understanding, you find something extraordinary. A peace that feels alive, a strength that feels calm, a control that flows like breath itself, steady, quiet, and completely yours.